Hey guys, it's Woody the Unexceptional Gamer, and I saw this Q&A video done by White Boy 7th Street the other day, and I thought, you know what, I should do that too, because I really enjoyed his video and thought, I'll do one too. So here's the Q&A session. I wrote down some questions to sort of prepare for this and make sure it turned out okay, and here we go. First question, how much money do you make? So part of my contract with Machinima says that I can't tell you guys how much money that I make. But I'm going to try and, talk about it in some broad terms. So we get paid based on the number of views that we get, and it's a fixed amount. Sometimes what happens is people look at the, like general YouTubers, how much those guys make, but those guys aren't under Machinima. So to look at how they get paid isn't a reflection on how we get paid. And, like sometimes, for example, the girls that do makeup, they get a lot more money per view than, say, guys that do video games, because their demographic is, rare and harder to get, girls on the internet, and mine is, more common. Like, young guys on the internet is not as hard to reach as girls, and I think how-to videos are especially good. So anyway, how much do I make? There are probably about half a dozen guys who have Machinima contracts whose channel would be a, fair middle-class income, and I am one of that half dozen guys or so. How did I miss that guy who falls into that category? But YouTube's not my only job. I actually have another job, and that's actually one of my other questions. What do you do for a living? So I'm a senior software architect, and here's sort of the career of a programmer. You start off as a computer programmer, kind of a junior guy who needs help all the time. You work your way to a more senior position, and that guy, not only does his own job, but sort of, assists newer guys in doing their job. Then you go from a senior programmer to like tech lead, and that guy is kind of a programmer, but he's also a guy who, distributes work and assigns it and estimates projects and stuff. And then you go from there to architect and senior architect, which is the guy who kind of designs projects, understands business requirements in a way that programmers often don't, and that's where I am now. This kind of mix between a programmer and an analyst and a guy who solves business problems. So that's what I do. My title is Senior Software Architect. How do I grow a channel? So it starts off with making really good videos. I think I've made a video about this once a while ago, and the bar keeps rising for how to make a good video. Part of it is good commentary, part of it is good gameplay, part of it is doing something new that hasn't been seen thousands of times before. And to just make good content, build your library out there, and then once you have a good library of videos, people are more likely to subscribe to your channel. If you put out one knockout video, it's nice, but you're not going to get a lot of subscribers off one video. You need to have video after video, sort of a consistency, and then once you have that, you'll do better and better with your channel, and you can start working with other people. And when people discover you and watch 2-3 videos at a time, they're more likely to subscribe. How old am I? So I actually just had a birthday. I'm 38 years old in real life. The running internet joke is that I'm 69 years old or 70 years old or something like that. So, I recently heard that I helped Noah build the Ark, and it's all good fun. Where did I go to school? So I have 2 undergrad degrees. One's in MIS and one's in accounting. MIS is like a computer but management, computer/business major. Accounting obviously is a business major, and then those undergrad degrees are from Drexel University, and then I went to NC State, and that's where I got my master's degree. My master's is in engineering with a focus in computer science. So that's what I did to school. How is my son? People ask me all the time, how's my son doing? And it's an awkward question for me. For those of you that don't know, I have a son. He's I guess I'll say, severe learning delays. Like, we don't know what his future is, but I don't like disabled. It makes me feel hopeless. But anyway, people ask how he's doing, and I feel like I'm supposed to be giving some kind of resolution to how he's doing. Like, oh yeah, he's better now, but he's not. Like, this isn't like a short-term problem. He doesn't have a cold, So how is he? He's about the same as before, right? He's downstairs right now doing exercises on the Kinect, and he's adorable. How's he doing? Good, I guess. Like, he's happy, he's learning, but still delayed. So it's a weird question to answer. Like, how's your son? he's the same. Like he's, that's how he's built, and we're pushing him forward the best we can. How are my in-laws? So for those of you that don't know, it was probably 2 or 3 weeks ago. My wife found out that both her parents had cancer at the same time, and I really care about her parents. Like they're important to me. And how are they doing? Well, her father lost his bladder. He has one of those bags on the side now that you see old people with, and he's regaining his energy and getting ready for chemo. Her mother, on the other hand, they just sort of double confirmed it was cancer, but I think they already knew. And she had her surgery recently, and I guess we're still figuring out how that's going. But they're in the midst of battling cancer together, and that is not kind of like my son. It's not the sort of thing where in a few days it's like, oh, everything is good now. It's tough. And I know he's 73. She might be 71 or 72. So these battles with cancer don't come all that easily. What do you do? Why do you play games when you should be with your kids? I get this more often than I'd like. Anyone that plays with me knows what I actually do is I put the kids to bed and I play then. So it's usually after 9:30 or 10 o'clock at night. I'll jump online and start playing games. It's what I've always done. I think what most guys in my demographic do, they watch TV instead of playing video games. And I would maintain that games are, at least as engaging and certainly, as honorable, if you can use a term like that, as television is. I mean, really? Yeah, I'm playing Call of Duty, they're playing American Idol. There's nothing wrong with that. So, I hope that as you guys get older, you keep playing too. Not necessarily Xbox, but, whatever it is that, you don't just settle down and veg out. That sucks. Why would you do that? Do you curse? People ask me if I curse. Yeah, I do. I slip. Sometimes I like among friends, I'll do it more often than I do on my channel. I think everyone, when they commentate, you kind of straighten your tie a little bit and be the sort of guy that you want to be. And I don't even know how. Oh, there it is. Look. So. Yeah, I think everybody curses sometimes, especially when video games are involved. But, I do my best not to. I really do say all shucks a lot when I play, even when I'm not recording. And, like Onslaught liked one recently. I think I said you mother son of a, or something like that. And, the non-profane part of 2 different bad phrases. So there you have it. Will you adopt me? I get this all the time. People want me to adopt them. And it's really kind of flattering. Like, I think everyone wants to think that they're a good parent. And when I hear from guys like, that they think I'm doing a good job, then that's kind of cool. But no, I can't adopt you. We were actually going to have more kids than we did. And when we found out that my son had, was disabled in some ways, we're like, oh, you know what? He's going to take more attention than normal kids. So, we're just going to stop at 2. Why do you say you're unexceptional when you're actually good at this game? I'm not as good as the games I cherry pick might imply, but I am above average at this game. I'd probably have better stats than I do if I didn't have a YouTube channel, and I would just sit there and rock the FAMAS and AK-74U all the time. Instead, I'm running around with like shotguns and Kaparis and other random nonsense to get footage that's different than you see every freaking day. I probably wouldn't even use this AK-47, even though it's a decent gun. But when I first started this channel, I was kind of nervous that I wasn't good enough to post my gameplay, and I kind of wanted to put it out there. Like, look, I'm not pretending to be the best guy on YouTube, and that's where it was sort of born, as to head off the guys who say that you're just a normal person. So that's some Q&A. I hope that I hope that I answered some of your top hits. I'll look at the comments a bit and try to answer some more questions. So if you like this video, then click on like and favorite it. That helps me a lot. Have a nice day.